Aloha, shamans and friends, and welcome to this beautiful day and this wonderful podcast of EarthStar Sundays at 11:11. And today's topic, of course, is going to be about freedom and mind, body, and spirit. And we're going to mix that with shamanic dreaming, and we're going to mix that with our beautiful oracle, Miss Nicole Ackley. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us today.
Hey, everybody.
So it is and July 19th, if you can believe that, 2026. So thank you to all the family and friends that are joining us right now in the now. And thank you to all the family and friends that will join us on future and the replays in the now. So thank you for being with us. It's a wonderful dimensional space in this interdimensional world, but we are physically in Greensboro, North Carolina, United States of America. So thank you to all our many friends, really everywhere. So such aloha consciousness throughout the planet. So thank you for joining us. So we have another exciting topic today to continue our freedom of mind, body, and spirit, mixing that or viewing that from the sense of shamanic dreaming. And then, of course, having the perspectives of our wise oracle, Nicole, as she provides some insights through us and what she's doing and how she accesses this beautiful aloha consciousness, especially with shamanic dreaming. So thank you, Nicole, for being with us. Anything you'd like to let them know, just to give them a teaser about what's going on today?
Now, I think it's going to be a great reading today. We've got a lot going on, energetically speaking, planetarily speaking. So I think it'll be a fun reading today.
Yes, it will. So thank you so very much. All right, well, let's get right into the slides then. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is Cosmic Shaman Aloha Consciousness. That's our goal for Sundays at 11:11. Okay. And this is July 19th, 2026, Shamanic Dreaming, Oracle Nicole Ackley. And I am Dale Stacy. I'll be your co-host today. Jeannie's my wife, also a co-host every now and then, but we are the Co-Abbots of EarthStar Spiritual Center here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay. This is our slide for our church. We've been doing this since 2002, and we are a multi-faith church for Living Aloha. So we're primarily online right now. Our main goal, of course, is planetary awareness to galactic consciousness. If you see the column to the right, you see the perspectives there that we have studied and that we share. And of course, above the logo, you see be the aloha in every moment. And when you look to the left column, you see aloha being spelled out, our wonderful acronym for our core principles and beliefs. And that's all loving God, love, oneness, heart path, and as above, so below. And between that and the logo, you see a beautiful diamond there. So the diamond is our soul. That's our soul wholeness, our one wholeness. That's where we've always been. That's where we are now. And that's where we'll be forever. So if you can metaphorically think about a diamond and how we just live on one particular facet for a given amount of years, I mean, it could be millions of years. And so the people that we create life with on this facet during these lifetimes, that's really part of our soul group. And then later we move on to other facets of the diamond, and we do this forever. So that's our one soul from the shamanic and galactic perspective. Okay. Thank you for that. And these are some of the topics we cover at Sundays at 11:11. And of course, if you have any other topics you'd like to cover, just shoot me an email or text or call, and we'll see what we can do with that. And today, that's how we have this wonderful show today with Nicole, because she wanted to express her skills, her gifts, her talents. And that's how we make this happen. Okay. And these are some of the books we've written. So if you want to beef up your shamanic foundations and consciousness, then I invite you to take a look at some of these books. They're available on Amazon. I've got the links in the show notes also. So except for the two books on the ends, all the other ones deal primarily just with shamanism. So earth shamanism to cosmic shamanism. Okay? So give that a chance. And then our beautiful music ministry was started March 28th. So including the song that'll be released tomorrow, song number 22, our goal still is to create and produce one song a week. But I think a couple of times we've produced two in a week. So we're up to song number 22 tomorrow. Now, this may not go along with some of the meditation songs we do, but it's just a fun song, similar to the one I did for Jeannie and my love story with her for Body Made for Sin. It's, song number 2, way back. So tomorrow will be called Bourbon Kisses and Whiskey Buzz. And this is really contrary to Jeannie and my lifestyle because we don't do that, but we can enjoy the music and the laughter and the communion that people have in these wonderful places of get together and just doing some dancing and line dancing. It's a wonderful line dancing song. We've already told a friend of ours about this, that maybe she can integrate it into some of her classes and dances. But that'll be released tomorrow around the 12 o'clock, high noon hour. Got to do the Western thing. Okay? And those links are in the show notes also. Okay? And then our Light of Magdala World Project. So let me play you a promo for this. It's only about a minute and 15 seconds just to prime the pump. And wonderful. So the Light of Magdala World Project, then, if I could just give you a quick reference to that, that is one song, 1 billion hearts here on Mother Earth, and one planet Aloha. So the way the Light of Magdala Project came around is as I'm meditating with Yeshua and Mary, they explained to me that Christ is the white light of the Christ, and that is the seed. And then the Magdala light is a fuchsia or magenta light, and that is the egg. So when the seed is inside the egg, the Christ light and the Light of Magdala come together and combine this beautiful mixture of a pink rose or rose pink light. And so what are the calls of action for this? Well, one is just simply listen to the song, or you can share the song. And if you really, truly feel like it reaches parts of your body, then just meditate with the song. And then that way you can attune to the light. And I have that on the website. And also when you go to the Light of Magdala song and YouTube, I've got that in the show notes also. And then once you attune to this beautiful light, and you can do this, just self-attune, or you can watch the broadcast from before on the 28th, June 28th. And that way you can attune with me online. And then that way you can use it for self-healing and then use it for planetary healing. So that's the Light of Magdala Project. And we want to reach 1 billion hearts on Mother Earth. So thank you for participating in that. Okay, wonderful. All right, let me get us back to where we are. It's back to the slide. Let's see, where'd my slides go? Okay. Oh, there we are. Let me pull my slides back up. Okay. And pardon me while I experience some technical difficulties here. Okay, let me get us back to Nicole and myself. All right, now let me pull the slides back up and we'll move on. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, and then connecting consciousness, and that's with Simon Parks. That's one of the organizations we belong to and belong with. They're be responsible for directing some of the humanitarian funds. Remember, you've heard President Trump talk about the golden age for America and the world. That's what the humanitarian projects are about, to provide these funds to open humanitarian projects. And of course, we have a bid in to open a medbed center, excuse me, in the Guilford County area. So how is it you'll serve, and how are you going to use those Earth superpowers? So check the link out for Simon. It's free to join the organization. We have over 1 million people, or 100,000 people are part of the organization, and it's in over 100 countries. Okay? So give that a try. All right, and then our SHAC principles. Remember, we want to do our smiles, our hugs, our acts of kindness, compliments, and kisses. So we want to do this throughout the day. We want to allow this to be done to you, and also make sure you do this for yourself. Okay. So that's what we want to try to do as shamans of Aloha consciousness. Okay. Yeah. All right. So today, then, getting back to our topic, it'll be July 19th, Shamanic Dreaming with our Oracle, Nicole Ackley. And so our objectives for today, then, to wrap this and to frame this in the sense of freedom, since this is our Freedom Month, America 250. So freedom in mind, body, and spirit, and shamanic dreaming. So our objectives, then, discuss where are we in the collective dream, examine what is being recognized or how are we being invited to recognize in the cosmic dream or collective dream, and then to discuss a deeper alignment in the cosmic dream. Okay. All right. So let's, first of all, if we used a word in the definition, that was shamanic dreaming. So if we think about shamanic dreaming, then that's the aspect of creating, imagining, refining, or reviewing some sort of plan or this spiritual blueprint you have for something. So when we do our shamanic dreaming, it really is just like daydreaming. We're creating this essence of who we are and what we want to do and how we want to do it. We imagine it, we refine it in our mind and our spirit, we review it, we go all the way through the project, and then we'll work our way back. So we're doing this all in our mind, in our hearts, in the spiritual sense, in our consciousness. And that's shamanic dreaming. That's how we do things. So it's really almost like, in the police world, this was called crisis rehearsal. So on the way to a call, you rehearse in your mind, what are you going to do when you get there? What are the options? What are the opportunities to be of service? So same thing for shamanic dreaming. What are the opportunities here for service? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Who are you going to do it with? Okay, when and where, why and how. So these are all the things we would do in our mind when we're doing our shamanic dreaming, whether it's a full-on meditation or just a daydream. And remember the concept we learned in our Huna training, our Hawaiian shamanism training, about shamanic dreaming, and that is that everything is a dream. Everything is dreaming, and lo and behold, we can change the dream. That's the wonderful aspect about that. Every single second of our day. Okay? So great with that. Okay? All right, now let's go to objective number 1, and we'll let Nicole take off. So the first thing is then discuss where are we currently in the collective dream. Okay, all right.
Okay, so our first card today, we're going to be using the Shaman's Dream Oracle just to stay in alignment with our Shaman dreaming topic. And I absolutely love this because, like you said, what more freedom do we have than the ability to dream our life into being, right?
Yes.
Creating a life that we dream into being. And I've always loved that perspective ever since back to the days of Una. And honestly, I've carried it with me throughout my entire journey and how I create my life. So this deck is really beautiful. Shaman's Dream Oracle. The story behind the creation of it's a really beautiful story as well. I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. But just to stay on topic with where we are in the current collective dream, and I think this is so beautiful. The card is the Whale Song. And so this oracle speaks in symbols, and it invites us into a relationship with life. And that's what I really love about this, because we know that everything is alive, aware, and responsive. And so we are invited into this collective relationship with all of life. And so the Whale Song reminds us that we create from the heart, which is perfect for our Aloha consciousness in our collective, but we create from the heart in the most pure way. To live a life of dreaming with your eyes wide open is to create from a heart-centered place. So that's what the Whale Song reminds us. The whales are the record keeper in a shamanic sense. We know that they carry attunement throughout the ocean. So the symbolic imagery of this alone is one of deep remembering and allowing your life to flow through that heart-centered place. So I think for our collective at EarthStar, it just really speaks to the heart of our Aloha consciousness.
Oh, that's wonderful with the whales. I mean, I think they've been here like 500 million years. Yeah. My goodness, and with the whale thing, of course, it brings in our star people, our star family perspective, because the whales are they are from the Sirius B planet, so not the Sirius A planet, but the Sirius B star, and they're on one of the watery planets right there around Sirius B, and remember the Dogon tribe. Right in Africa, they knew all about the rotation of the Sirius star and everything. So it's wonderful to have them part of our collective dreaming process, because I love to hear whale songs. When you hear that, meditating with a whale song, because it seems so ancient. It's such a foundational energy for Mother Earth, and that's a wonderful place to be for our collective shamanic dreaming. It gives us that foundation, right?
The foundation and the structure and the vibration, to know that it all comes from within, and then we project that out into our immediate world, but also our collective dream for our local EarthStar, our people, but also the world, and what we put out and give to others.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And, one aspect of our collective dream is, of course, creating planet Aloha.
That's right.
And we do that when we see, hear, and feel the love in every moment, and then we be the love in every moment. Yeah. So that's wonderful. I mean, talking about being free in mind, body, and spirit, that freedom aspect is to just realize we have this wonderful foundation. It's almost like we have the springboard in which to operate. And so we think about that in our collective consciousness. That's a wonderful image for what the whales have brought to us. And Nicole, does it on that card, does it have a little reading or inscription? Could you read that again on there or show it? Yeah.
It says resonating, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's this.
Yes.
It's a beautiful whale in a bubble, and so it's like this beautiful energy that's holding the whale in the ocean. But just the depths of the sounds that they put out and how far that travels, I think when we think about it from a shamanic perspective, we are the same way. Our vibration travels wide and far, and we need to be conscious of that. In every moment, in every action, and everything we do, we align our vibration and we put that out there. So, I think it's a really beautiful shamanic dreaming message, but also around freedom, because we have the freedom to create. Yes. And that's the foundation, that you do have that freedom to create a life that you love, that's, from the heart. So yes. I think it really is a beautiful message.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. So that gives us kind of a framework for this thing about shamanic dreaming today. Yeah. And for those that have seen Nicole on our other shows, and for those who haven't, just to let you know, she is a full-blown Pisces, right? And for those Pisces in the audience, how you're the most psychic of all the signs. Not only psychic, you're at that level of intuitiveness. I mean, you just know things. You've always known things since your whole birth. And it's funny when I meet other Pisces and I talk about that, they don't realize how intuitive they are. I said, no, people are not like you. You've got this wonderful gift because you've had it since birth, but people aren't in that dream world like you are all the time, 24/7. Mind, body, spirit. So thank you for being grounded enough to be here at an established time, very grounding, and to be able to go through a podcast for a whole hour. So thank you, Nicole, for sharing.
And presence is a big part of that, right? Not just as Pisces, obviously things speak to us in all kinds of different languages and feelings and senses and all of this. But for all of us, the more we become present in our lives and attuned to our vibration and everything, the vibration of that which is around us, we enter into, like I said, to this relationship with everything. It really makes for such a beautiful, present place to come from.
Yes, it does. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you. All right, good. So that's objective 1. All right, let's go back. Let's go to the next one then. So number 2, discuss what you are invited to recognize within the collective dream. So what are you invited to recognize within the collective dream? All right, let me get
so we're going to speak to your psychic abilities a little bit, because you've already started to touch on this, and the alignment of this is incredible. But it's stars in the sky.
Oh,
And so
yes.
you were literally just talking about this, about the alignment with the stars and how it also speaks to the whales, the Sirius. And so I think it's just a beautifully aligned with the whale song, but also just to remind us the little caption on there says limitless possibilities. So
Yes.
I think that's what we're being invited to recognize is not only the connection to limitless possibilities, but our connection to all things. Look up often. You know, we kind of hear that statement made, but it's so true. Remembering your connection to the whales, to the whale song, to your heart, but also everything else that comes before us and after us.
Yes.
Our ancestors and our guides and our angels and everything, you know, that accompany us throughout this journey, and remembering that when we are in a creative place, in a place of creation, which we always are, that we remember that there are no limits. This is also a really good Huna message. There are no limits. And so when you are creating your life and a life that you're going to love to live and, you know, you're excited to wake up to every day, remember that. Make that part of your foundation too, that there are no limits. You can do, be, see, go anywhere. Anything is possible. So never lose that, the wonder of possibility. And I've started to treat life kind of as an experiment almost. And since I've started to do that with curiosity and enter into kind of that way of being, I've noticed so much more open up. And maybe it's just because I'm seeing more clearly.
Yes.
But, you know, the possibilities are all around us. The magic is all around us. We talk about this often. And from a perspective of freedom, if you have no limits, that is ultimate freedom. So,
Yes. Right.
yeah,
And
let's
that's forever.
keep that in
All of
mind. That's
infinity.
right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Right. And that goes right along with the Huna shamanism, our teachings. You know, the second principle is there are no limits. Yes.
Right.
We're totally free to do that. And
Yeah.
for helping folks with inviting them to recognize some things within this collective dream, do you have any suggestions how they could take the time to make sure they notice and recognize things when they show up for them? Because some people, they may not realize that every interaction is an opportunity. So
It truly is.
So.
Every interaction is an opportunity. Presence is the biggest thing. You know, you're going to miss what you're not paying attention to. So pay attention, and don't just dismiss things. You know, I think we sometimes, whenever miracles and magic are happening all around us, and they are all the time, we get so attuned to it that we forget that it's something really sacred and special. Yes. So just recognizing that in each and every moment that, you know, this is sacred. This is special. This now we will never come again. You know, this is our moment of power. This is where possibilities derive from. So I think just aligning yourself and present in the moment. Maybe it's recognizing baby cardinals flying or a hummingbird showing up at your feet, or the light being green when you pull up to it. It's sometimes it's in the smallest little things that you start to really realign yourself with the possibilities. Yes. And that's what we're being invited to do.
Yes, that's wonderful. And, you know, sometimes people get so busy, you know, like I've written about the 4 Z's of being, you know, busy, dizzy, crazy, or lazy. So sometimes we get so busy, it's right in front of us and we really just don't see it. Anything you could share with people about really how do you physically and mentally slow down so that you can recognize some of these things?
Well, I say you have to get still, but, you know, I think movement is also a really good way, but just get in your body, get in the present moment. And that means someday you got to cancel out other noise and you have to really allow yourself some time and space. Yes. I think we allow space for other people, but how much space do we allow for ourselves? So take that, whatever that is for you, you know, maybe it's 5 minutes in the bathroom, maybe it's in the shower, wherever it is, there's always time for you to align yourself with being in the present moment. And I think once you find that alignment, you can then carry that throughout, the rest of your day or your whole life.
Yes.
But it's really in the recognition. I truly feel like it's in the recognition because, if you're just standing here staring in space, you're still not seeing anything, right? So open your eyes, open your heart, open up your feeling senses and be present in the moment.
Yes. Okay, folks, these are pearls. I hope you've written all that down. If not, hit rewind and watch this again. All this wonderful wisdom coming for our oracle. So thank you, Nicole, with that. Okay, yeah. Outstanding. Yes. Yeah, and I know what we've talked about often too is recognizing our own sacredness. If we could truly embody the fact that God is us and we are God, and that everything you do, everything who you are, you're sacred. And if you could honor that each and every moment of the day, your life will change.
It will change.
It will change.
It will change. And everything around you, they say we're the ones that change. The things around us, the sky's the same. Everything is in a changing pattern. But what really changes is the way we see it, right? And that's I guess the biggest freedom of all is that you can change the way you see things. Yes. You can change the dream, so, and I love that perspective of it.
Yes. Okay. Outstanding. All right. So that was a number 2 objective. All right. Let's get back to our slides. All right. So number 3, discuss what medicine is being offered to more deeply align. Now, medicine in the shamanic sense of power, energy, your essence, your personality, your abilities, gifts, goals, powers, magic, skills, and talents. Not medicine in the sense of a pharmaceutical chemical. All right, the medicine right. Of who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And how are you serving? So that's what we mean by medicine. So what medicine is being offered to more deeply align? Right? Gets back to Nicole.
So this card is the Moon Maiden, and it says new beginnings is its one of its keywords. It's also new ideas, and curiosity is another one of its keywords. So when I think about this and what comes to me and what I'm feeling is that part of our medicine is recognizing the power and in our transitions and our cycles and working with that energy. I've started to put out some messages on my Oracle Readings with Nicole page. And obviously we just had a new moon. So this is really kind of, I think, symbolic energetically of where we are, because we have this opportunity to realize the cycles that we travel throughout our entire life. And this is the way that life moves in a spiral, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So if we pay attention to this and the medicine of that we see, in every moment there is opportunity. This card also represents showing up in your fullest expression and being of service to others, giving yourself the opportunity to share your gifts with everyone. And I think from a collective perspective and a collective message, that's exactly what this is saying. Our collective as a whole, we have so much to offer, not only each other, but the world around us. And I think, as we attune to our heart song and to what we love and how we put that out into the world, and we connect with everything around us, we then realize our ability to show up fully present for ourselves and for other people. And that's really where our magic and our medicine lies. So I think that's really what Moon Maiden medicine is saying, that every new day, every new moment is a new opportunity. And what you do with that is sacred medicine. And so, like you were just saying, if we remember that in our waking life and our waking dream, and that's what I like to consider it, dreaming with my eyes wide open, then we know that we can encourage, we use this, we have infinite possibilities. So we use this in each and every moment to share our magic and our medicine with other people. And I think that's what the whole embodiment of this message is about. It's about realizing that we're creating from the heart. And for us, that means sharing our heart-centered magic with each other, and the connection that we have to each other and to everything, our relationship with life and our relationship with each other, and then bringing our magic into the world and spreading that wide and far. So, yes. Yeah.
Oh, and that is wonderful explanation of alignment, because alignment is sharing our hearts, because that's who we are. Remember, our heart space is eternal, and there's so many different spaces within the heart. As those of you who've gone through some of the classes and read the books, you know, there are many spaces in the heart, not only the physical heart, but everything to the tiny space of the heart. And for those of you who are listening now or on replay, I know some of you are working with the moon, as we've discussed. So make sure you take to heart what Nicole has just shared with you. And remember, the alignment, folks try to make things difficult. Alignment is merely being in the heart and serving others. Because when you serve others, you are in the heart, right? Now, if you're serving others to receive something from that, and that's your main intention, that's not being in the heart, that's being in the head. When you're serving with the heart, you're serving selflessly. You're using your earth superpowers to share who you are and what you are. And that is how we get aligned, because once we're in alignment, then the harmony just flows from all directions. Our heart opens up. It just blossoms like a flower. Oh, and so many other opportunities. It's not that many more opportunities begin to grow on you. It's just you start to recognize. You slow down. It's like in Matrix. You've slowed down and you see everything. You see the movements of everything. You see the connections of everything. And this wonderful alignment, I mean, as we speak about freedom of mind, body, and spirit, you know, when you are aligned in your heart, my goodness, you are so free to be who you are and to do what you love and to love what you're doing. So, so thank you, Nicole, for sharing with that. Any other things on alignment or harmony? And
I think you nailed alignment. You know, I think a lot of people think like it's outside of you, but it truly comes from within you. You're not going to just magically go and like, you know, it's from within. So it's you are the magic. And I think that's the biggest message. And last time our end was sovereignty of magic. So I think, you know, they kind of coincide with continuing that putting that magic out into the world. And from this perspective, we see it as medicine. Our magic is medicine. So spread that wide and far.
Okay. So remember, our magic is our medicine. Our medicine is our magic. You can say that backwards and forwards and up and down and all above. Okay. So
even your smile. I just want to say that too. Even down to your smile, and when you put that out into the world, it changes the vibration of things around you. So keep that in mind. You know, if somebody's not smiling at you, you be the one to smile. It'll change things immediately.
Yes, it is. It just changes the energy when somebody smiles, doesn't it? I mean, they can look so stern, but yet when you see them smile and go, oh my gosh, it's like their soul, their heart opens up, and you can just see that. You know, and we've talked about that in mystery school some too, about, you know, the body language. You know, we often hear the eyes or the windows to the soul. Well, you know, the smile, that's the window to the heart. So if you can see a smile on someone, that shows their heart. So make sure you smile a lot. Remember, that's the number one thing on our SHAC principles we went over earlier. Smiles, hugs, acts of kindness, compliments, and kisses. So smile. It's such an
easy one. Oh, so easy, you know, and it really does change the current of the vibration. It does instantly. So Brandon has this knack for always he's very good at compliments when he can tell the energy's a little off with people, and he sees it happen, and people will just literally transform right before your eyes. So use that magic. That's part of your magic.
Yes, it is. Part of your magic, part of your medicine.
That's
So
right.
simple.
Interchangeable
Smiling.
right there, magic and medicine.
Yeah, because smiling costs very little. I mean, you're using some energy for some muscles there, but it costs very little.
And it's good for your face. It's good for wrinkles too, right?
Yes, that's right.
No. Use those muscles.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. All right. Well, let's go to a review. Let me pull that back up. So when we look at our review and then we'll have Nicole show those cards again. So remember, our main focus was freedom in mind, body, and spirit, and to interject the concept of shamanic dreaming. Remember, shamanic dreaming is just merely, it's daydreaming, it's visualizing, it's reviewing, it's planning, it's doing all this on a mental, spiritual level. And you review everything. You go all the way through a particular project or thought. And that way you have this wonderful goal. You already know how to do things. You know how to talk, when to talk, where to talk. Okay. So that's what shamanic dreaming is. Because remember, everything is dreaming. We can change that beautiful dream. Okay. So because everything is a dream. Everything's dreaming, and we can change the dream. Okay. And we did where are we in the collective dream? What is recognized, or what are you invited to recognize in the collective dream? And then how do we use our medicine to find this deeper alignment? And then and we'll have Nicole show those cards again, just as a brief review. All right, Nicole, show us the cards.
So, and two, I don't know if you can see this, so I'll point it out, but the well song is card 61. And it is resonating again. And then
it has a aloha bubble around it.
It has a aloha bubble around the well.
Yes.
And then we have, this one's really beautiful because if you can kind of tell it's a galactic being in this one. So the connection to all things. And I love this card, but look up often. And this is obviously limitless possibilities. And I think that's one thing that when you look up often, you automatically align to, right? Is the vastness of what's possible.
Yes.
So that's card 51. So 61, 51. And then ironically enough, this is 41.
Whoa.
And the Moon Maiden. So we have a little bit of numbers participating in this as well.
What connection? So 765. Wow. When you add those numbers together, isn't that something? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Great job. You must be intuitive.
Really cool. The way these things come together, I'm always in awe. And I guess I just feel pretty humble, because I'm obviously just a vessel for this. And I hope that there's some resonance with our collective and that, there's some medicine in this that they can go and share with everyone else around them.
Oh, thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing that wonderful wisdom. And now I have Nicole's contact info in the show notes. But also, Nicole, just before we go into our meditation time, tell us where people can reach you and what are some other projects you're working on right now.
So I just launched my website finally, NicoleAckley.com. I've got a book project underway. I just completed a travel journal that I'm about to release, and I'm working on another one that's more of like a soul alignment, kind of a soul journey journal. So I'm just in like journal making mode for some reason, and but I love it. It's just flowing so naturally, and hopefully it's some medicine, some magic that I can put out there for other people to kind of walk through their journey on their own with. So yeah, if you want to contact me, NicoleAckley.com is the easiest way. You can email me. You have my information in the notes too. Yes. You can text, email, whatever. Yeah.
Right. And you do shamanic life coaching also. You can do that by phone or video.
Yep. Specialize in transformation. I think that's where some of my superpowers lie, in helping points of transition, transformation. So yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And I have Nicole's phone number in the show notes, so just read those.
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful wisdom today, Nicole.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yes. No. So it's always a pleasure. And folks, our goal is to have Nicole on the third Sunday every month. I don't know, we may have to do this weekly, but anyway, third Sunday every month. Of course, I'm Sagittarius, Nicole's Pisces. At least that's the plan. We're always moving. So
that's right.
But we want to try to lay that foundation third Sunday every month. We'll have Nicole on to share her wonderful Pisces wisdom. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, let's go to our meditation slide then. See what's up. So let's think about it and let's get into. Wait, let me go back to Nicole. I forgot to do something. Yeah, good. Let me give her a wonderful shamanic. Okay, now let's
Thank
get
you,
back
Dale.
to our slide. Yes, okay, good. All right, so when we think about our aloha, let me make this larger for you. Let's get into our aloha sense. Just be calm. You've heard these wonderful musings from Nicole. So allow yourself to go into that space of peace, harmony. Feel that wonderful energy around you as you take in the beautiful freedom of mind, body, and spirit, concept of shamanic dreaming, of creating and reviewing and planning, tweaking, editing, all these wonderful plans and ideas you have, and then making them come to fruition through your creation and manifestation skills. So let's go into our aloha bubble time. So think about your chakras, your energy wheels. Start with the red root chakra at the base of the spine. And remember, imagine all these chakras about the size of a soccer ball or volleyball, basketball. Of course, the heart chakra will probably be twice the size. So just imagine that red root chakra just spinning at the base of the spine. Okay, now energize and go up to the navel chakra. So right where your belly button is. Imagine that beautiful orange volleyball or soccer ball. And now focus your attention up to the upper abdomen, to the solar plexus, so right where the ribs split apart and the top of the tummy there. Beautiful golden, yellow, sun-like volleyball or basketball. And remember to train your body that when you say aloha bubble, all of your chakras are automatically energized. And your aloha bubble is formed in a mere second. So train your body to be this fast because we live in dimensional times and you are an interdimensional being. And now move your energy up to the heart chakra, a beautiful green color, all shades of green. And again, this will be about twice the size as the others. And now move your focus up to the throat chakra, a beautiful sky blue color. And then move your energy up to the third eye, your pineal chakra, pineal gland, forehead or brow. It's a beautiful indigo blue. So anything from a medium blue to a purplish or violet blue. And then finally move the energy up to the top of the head, or where our baby soft spot used to be. And this will be inundated with beautiful violet and purple and lots of white as we are placed for universal connection. And now that all our 7 chakras are energized now with the colors of the rainbow, you see on the screen that beautiful light tube that goes between the purple chakra at the top down to the root chakra at the bottom. So allow all these chakras to be aligned now perfectly. In this light tube, about the size of your thumb and middle finger touching, like a fluorescent tube, fluorescent light tube. And imagine the colors of each chakra now filling up this light tube until the point where the light tube cannot possibly house all these wonderful radiating colors, so it then exudes outward. And that's when it begins to form this beautiful aloha bubble around you, full of all those colors of light and mixtures thereof. And allow this bubble to form. So it's about one hand length above the head, one hand length below the body. And if you stretch your arms out, it'll be to the edge of your fingertips. And this is where you can train your body to just say aloha bubble, and here you are. And now imagine that light tube expanding. You see the little light tube going up above the head to the top of the aloha bubble. And you see it go down below the root chakra, below your body, to the bottom of the bubble. And now your entire aloha bubble is connected with this beautiful light tube of bold, dynamic, radiant, and vibrating light and colors of the rainbow. Because these are our earth colors, the rainbow colors, the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And remember, be calm, be healed, be loved, and be well. Empty yourself of everything. Let the mind rest at peace. Returning to the source is stillness, which is the way of nature. Tao-Te Ching, Book 16. So being still, mind, body, and spirit. And now allow yourself just to flow right into a wonderful healing, prayer, meditation time. Special prayers today to Joan Sheridan and her family as Joan made her recent transition. Special prayers and blessings to all who are going through current healing challenges. And may your healing experience be very effective and efficient. Just to feel good, just to feel great. Remember who you are. God is you, you are God. God is us, we are God. Okay? So use this time. Use the essence of freedom of mind, body, and spirit, shamanic dreaming, and to dream the possibilities of who, what, when, where, how, and why. Do this now. All right, so just find yourself being in a beautiful spot, beautiful peace, love, and harmony. Remember to be the best version of who you can possibly be. Okay, good. That's why we're here, to create beautiful planet Aloha. Okay, good. All right, well, let's go into our prayer time. Remember, I have my little our little Merkaba energy here, just glinting this beautiful love and light. So we ask this beautiful prayer of Mother, Father, God. We thank you for the creation of this wholeness and providing opportunities for us to be co-creators and unique expressions of love and light. We call upon this beautiful aloha that flows through all things, to flow through our mind, body, and spirit, every thought, word, and deed, okay? Every intention, attention, and every focus that we have, every deed and action, everything with our endeavors here at home, work, and play, with everyone, everything, everywhere, and every time, place, and space. And we call upon this wonderful light of aloha that flows through all things, to flow through your very thoughts, every cell in your body, and every part of your spirit as you just fly through this wonderful reality, being grounded here in Mother Earth, recognizing all the potential and all the possibilities and opportunities that are around us each and every second, and to act upon those and to use our gift of shamanic dreaming to bring those things forward and to create and manifest in real time here on planet Earth as we create this beautiful planet Aloha, and we create these beautiful interactions with our heart, allowing our heart to blossom, allowing us to smile, allowing us to help others and to be supportive and to truly be about service to others. Okay? So remember, our smiles, our hugs, acts of kindness, compliments, and kisses. So thank you so much, Nicole, for being here today. And of course, we ask all these wonderful things in the name of our wonderful and loving Mother, Father, God, who just happens to be all of us, because all of us are our Mother, Father, and God. That's the Aloha way. Let me check some comments to make sure. Let's see. We have a Central Weather Shaman. Thank you, Katie. Hey, Dale, love you too. And then, and Katie, thank you. Beautiful meditation. Hope you and Jeannie are having a wonderful day. Yes, having a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Katie, for showing up, being with us today. Thank you, Nicole, again, for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Sharing. Yeah, sharing that wonderful wisdom and energy. Hope you have a blessed week, you and the hubby. And we will too.
Hope you guys do too, everybody else.
Yeah, and thank you. And please share this on replay and make sure you like and subscribe so if we think we have something smart to say, we'll come on here and have another video. So make sure you be notified of that and share it if you will. Help us to grow the channel. All right, so let me get us to our POW slide, and then we can get you out of here. And remember, clap our hands and shout POW. That's the Hawaiian word for it's all over. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3, POW. Okay, wonderful job. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed week. Jean and I love you. Okay, love you, Nicole.
Love you,
Brandon.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Much aloha, and everyone else. Until we meet again, much aloha. And remember, be the love in every moment. Open that heart and smile. Remember, you're free to do anything and everything. You're unlimited. We're free. So do that. All right, aloha.
Aloha.